Self-loathing, a strong feeling of dislike or disgust of oneself. Now in this video, I'm going to meet right the concept of self-loathing, and you're probably thinking, isn't this video going to contradict the video you previously made? Yes and no. Just hear me out, alright? First, why self-loathing works. You might used to have that one fat or NPC classmate that no one really gives attention to. Years have gone by, and when you meet him during a class reunion, you don't even recognize him. He's now ripped, handsome, wealthy, and most importantly, he's got bitches. Now look at yourself. What do you have? Nothing. How did he manage to go from being pictured as an inconspicuous kid to a person who is admired enough for you to suck his toes? He probably hated himself before climbing Everest. You might be saying, yeah, I do hate myself, but why don't I see the progress? The answer is you may be hating yourself ineffectively. Worry not, cause I've come up with a system that might help you to hate yourself even more and make your life more and more miserable. But hey, look at the bright side. You'll be physically tougher like a walking fridge and so financially secure that even Warren Buffett is afraid of you. Predominantly because of your godlike Greek physique. What about mentally and emotionally? Yeah, you can forget about that. I call it the C.A.R.E system. C stands for criticize, A is for analyze, while the other A means act, R means repeat, and E means end. But do this at your own mental health risk. Let's start from C, criticize. The first step to hate yourself is to criticize yourself. Find something you don't like about yourself. Are you fat? Are you ugly? Are you broke? Are you a piece of shit that doesn't know what he's going to do next in life? Good. Hit those nerves, you gigantic fat fuck with a Big Mac belly Lizzo husband. The waitress called you handsome while pouring you a cup of coffee. She was just being nice cause she didn't want to hurt your fragile ass feeling by calling you ugly cause an ogre is known to be aggressive and immoral and she don't want to get eaten. Even if you did kill her, you wouldn't even know the difference between a shovel and a fork cause you're too dumb to find out. Better yet, just stand there and get arrested so that her family can bury her for you. Remember the time you missed a step when you were walking down the stairs and nearly killed yourself? Yeah, you fucking deserve that, you idiot, cause you should have been dead. You're lucky to still be alive to hate yourself, loser. You get the idea. You have to get to the point where no one hates you more than yourself. Your ops are just you and yourself. Secondly, analyze your strengths and weaknesses. What are you good at? Maybe you're good at hooping, or verbal communication, or marketing cause you sell drugs. Now look at the weaknesses you have. Is your habit of procrastination greater than the anticipation of delayed gratification? Or are you too unreliable to yourself because you are afraid of responsibility? How is your interpersonal skill? Are you decent at making friends or offending everyone every time you speak? Choose at least one or two strengths and weaknesses you want to focus on throughout the period. Next on the C.A.R.E system is act. So, you have chosen which strengths and weaknesses you want to focus on. What you want to do now is to improve those skills by doing research and training yourself like no other has ever done before. Let's say you want to focus more on balling, which you are already quite good at. You want to be the next LeBron James and get called the next LeBron James but the name is Jamal Reigns. Do research on how to hit more 3 points and how to screen people better like you're the sun raping their eyes and act accordingly. On the other hand, the way you treat your weaknesses has to be amplified 2 times greater than when you are advancing your strengths. If your body looks like shit, then you should probably hit the gym. And when you are in the gym, start comparing yourself to people around you who are a lot bigger than you. However, you don't want to bring yourself down emotionally but to only build up the motivation and aggression by thinking, one day I will become just like them. Hell, maybe even better than them. Reach failure on almost every set of exercise and when you are resting between sets. Look at the mirror and stare deep into your own soul like Ghost Rider. Start thinking what you could have done better in the past and hate yourself for not being enough. Tell yourself that's why she left you. Tell yourself your parents didn't raise a failure and you have to go further. Tell yourself you will become homeless if you don't try harder. This doesn't only apply to the gym. It also works on every other aspect of your life. Knock knock. Who's there? Your body. Your body who? Your body dysmorphia. Great. Now you can hate yourself even more. And this is where R, repeat, comes in. When you think you have done a great job advancing your strengths and weaknesses, you have to convince yourself. Gaslight yourself into thinking you could have done a better job and feel disgusted for not finishing the task beautifully. Everyone knows perfection does not exist, but you have to instill the idea of perfection into your mind and try to be a perfectionist. And you know what a perfectionist will do when he thinks he hasn't done the job in an immaculate way? He hates himself. And you should too. We analyze the strengths and weaknesses and ways to improve yourself. Act. Again. Criticize yourself. Analyze. Act. Repeat. Criticize. Analyze. Act. Repeat. Criticize. Analyze. Act. Repeat. Criticize. Analyze. Act. Repeat. Stop the self-hatred and end it. As I said from the beginning, only do this at your own mental health's risk because it is highly damaging to your mental health. Self-loathing is never positive to begin with. The only time that it works is when the hatred is channeled into motivational energy. Therefore, I recommend setting a limited duration before starting the program. 3 to 6 months will do well. And when you end it, compare your present self to yourself before you started the program. You will feel fulfilled, confident, and grateful. That's why the C.A.R.E system is called the C.A.R.E system, because you will still have to take care of yourself. Give love to yourself. At the end of the day, no matter how much you hate yourself, remember that there are still people who genuinely love you. I'm not much of a self-improvement guru myself, so there might be flaws when I introduce this system to you. You can in fact add in modifications that work best for you. As always, trust the process. If you manage to watch to the end of this video, I love you. Really. Now go hate yourself, or watch this video while you hate yourself, I don't know. Go do something.